Hi everyone, welcome back to the Vision Refocus channel where we discuss all things eye health and vision related. I'm Dr. Kevin Cornwell, and today I wanted to share a few tips on how to survive optometry school and successfully complete your journey in becoming an optometrist. Whether you are an incoming student to optometry school or in your final year externships, I think the tips in this video can provide value for you. Let's jump right in. So I want to start with time management. This might be an obvious one. Optometry school is an exciting new time filled with new friendships, coursework, studying, clinic, extracurricular activities and clubs, social obligations, not to mention laundry and grocery shopping. It's going to be important to prioritize and set boundaries around your time commitments, and this will inevitably mean learning to say no more often. And when it comes to time management, studying is going to take up a huge portion of your schedule. It's important to create habits that are positive and productive around studying. Some topics are best learned in a group environment, while others are better one-on-one or by yourself. I know I was the type of person who liked to be completely alone most of the time, earplugs in the library or in my apartment, while some of my friends preferred a busy coffee shop or a cafe to study. There's really no right or wrong answer here as long as you find what works best for you. Another important aspect of surviving optometry school is prioritizing your physical and mental health. Whatever fills your cup, make time to do this on a routine basis. Whether it's journaling, yoga, walking outside, exercise, going to the gym, prioritize it and make it happen. I know for me, I'm really into health and fitness, so we had a stationary bike, a yoga mat, and a foam roller in our apartment. And because of this, I could have been holed up for days on end studying for midterms or finals and not get cabin fever because I had an outlet to reset my mind. Whether you have access to a gym or prefer to exercise outdoors, it's important to incorporate routine movement into your schedule. I went to school in Boston, so I would also walk or ride my bike pretty much everywhere I had to go, whether it was to the grocery store, to clinic, or to school. I did not have a car. And the last thing I'll say in regards to your physical and mental health is to prioritize a consistent routine with sleep and circadian rhythm. This means going to bed and waking up around the same time each day. Having a low stimulating bedtime routine where preferably you're avoiding the internet, social media, screens, and blue light. You're going to hear plenty of stories of people staying up all night and cramming for exams, but from my experience, this is not a winning strategy. If I felt the need to get some additional study time in, instead of staying up all night, I would just wake up an hour or two early to review those last few pieces of information that I needed for the exam. Which also comes back to time management and prioritizing studying well in advance so you're not cramming and rushing at the end. And the last few thoughts I had regarding surviving optometry school fall into the financial category. Obviously, committing to optometry school is a huge investment into your career and future life goals. And as expensive as it is these days, I still don't believe the cost of education should be a barrier to pursuing a career in optometry. When going into optometry school, it's good to have a grasp on which expenses you can control and which ones you can't. I lived right next door to the library, so I never paid for internet. My buddies and I started cutting each other's hair, so we never paid for haircuts. And because I went to school in a city and didn't need a car, I saved money on automotive expenses. I walked, biked, or took public transportation anywhere I needed to go. The ones you cannot control are the cost of education, or your tuition. The cost of tuition obviously is going to differ from school to school. That's something that you cannot control. The ones you can control, it's good to keep a close eye on those. Having a roommate or living with family can also significantly offset the cost of education for optometry school. I personally didn't have roommates because I wanted a guaranteed quiet space that I could study. But in hindsight, I probably would have. I probably ended up paying back another $25,000 on my student loans because I chose to not have a roommate. Do what works best for you. And the last thing I'll say in this section is apply for every scholarship and award available to you, whether you're a first year or a fourth year. I remember during my final years in optometry school, I must have applied to at least 10 or more scholarships, and I got most of them. I remember during my fourth year, I ended up getting several $1,000s in award money because nobody was applying for these grants and scholarships. And most of them just require a simple essay about your experience as an optometry student. And as you're making this journey through optometry school, paying off your student loans is probably not in the forefront of your mind, rightfully so. However, it is important to have in the back of your mind a strategy on how you're going to pay for your education. Whether that's through a military scholarship, public service loan forgiveness, Indian Health Service loan repayment, there's a lot of different options for this. I've also heard of various companies in the eye care industry offering full-ride scholarships for students in exchange for 3 to 5 years of service after they graduate. This may be a great option for you as well. I've personally spent most of my career working in community health centers, and it's not uncommon for these nonprofit organizations to also offer some sort of student loan stipend as part of their benefits package for employment. So there you have it. I hope this video provided some additional thoughts and tips as you journey into optometry school. If you have any further questions, feel free to leave a comment below and I will get back to you. Best of luck on your journey, and I'll see you in the next video.